Hey y'all. I am tired. Woo! Sore everywhere. So, we're back for another edition of 30 Thriller videos. I have something really interesting to share with y'all. Yesterday I was on the phone with four people, and to me, I think this is like the biggest deal. But four people reach out to me in regards to the videos that I've been posting recently, and two of the people were telling me that they've watched all of my videos so far and that they think I'm starting to go into a negative path with the videos. And then the other two people who reached out to me were just so enthusiastic about the fact that I have been bringing up real life issues and things that people actually do deal with. And even though, yes, some of it is negative, they appreciated the fact that I was putting it out there so that people can understand that life isn't always peaches and roses. So it's amazing to me. Perception is reality. I know we did a video on that already, but people are perceiving these videos as different. I invite y'all to take them however you wish. Just know that I'm keeping it as close to real life of what's going on as possible. So there's going to be some really awesome days, and then there's going to be some really, like run down, got run over days. So bear with me as we go through this little journey. Speaking of journeys, along the way to where I am now, it was actually, I believe, my sister brought up this book to me that I want to talk to y'all about today. Please look me in my eyes that have a lot of green eyeshadow on them. If you haven't read this book, or if you've heard of it and been thinking about reading it, or if you read it and maybe need a refresher course, please believe me when I say that this can change your life. Wow, that sounded like so infomercial-ish. But it literally, I've honestly, in all the books I've ever read, and I don't read a lot of like self-help books, but I do find human relationships very intriguing. This book has completely changed my relationships with everyone. It's called The 5 Love Languages. It's by Dr. Gary Chapman. He is a pastor and a marriage counselor for 35 or more years. And basically what he explains in this book is there are 5 ways in which we give and receive love. And this is what the book looks like. Gary Chapman. The way that he handles counseling marriages that are in extreme turmoil, or just when couples are extremely at each other's throats, or maybe mother-daughter are not getting along, maybe siblings aren't getting along, maybe coworkers aren't getting along. This is a tool that you can use to understand how people give and receive love. And we all do in 5 different ways that it's broken down. So it's broken down according to these in no particular order: physical touch, words of affirmation, gifts, acts of service, and quality time. And basically each person has a primary language and a secondary language. So your primary language would be the main way that you feel love. So for a quick example, my primary language is physical touch. If someone hugs me or someone puts their arm around me, I am content. You don't even have to talk to me. You don't even have to do things for me. You don't have to bring me gifts. If you're hugging me or cuddling with me or just sitting next to me, that's the way I feel happiest. Lots of people that are in my life, which I find interesting, they're words of affirmation. So they like when people compliment them. You look so pretty today, or you did a good job on that project, or thank you so much for your contribution to this, that, and the other. Some people are acts of service. They enjoy when you vacuum the house, or when you pick up their kids from soccer practice for them, or when you run errands for them. Some people are gifts, so they feel as though if you bring them a gift, like if you're on vacation and you bring them back a souvenir, or if you show up at their office with a little trinket of something that they thought that made you think of them. And then some people are quality time, where the most important thing to them is just good time spent with other people. It doesn't mean all the time. It doesn't necessarily have to mean 24/7. It just means the time you spend together is quality. This is vital to understanding relationships. So someone can be physical touch and someone can be acts of service. So they don't have to be the same thing, but they have to respect each other's way of feeling loved. And if they play into this way of feeling loved, everybody benefits. It's the same thing with parent-child. It's the same thing with coworkers. If you know that your coworker really likes gifts and you start bringing them little gifts here and there, they're going to appreciate you so much more. So this isn't a game that you play with people. This isn't something that you try to guess what someone is. It's better if you know what someone's love language is and you totally play into it so that they can feel the most absolute wonderful way possible. At the end of this book, which by the way, you can read it in a night or two. It's a quick, easy read. I'm going to tell y'all a secret. When I read the book, I went back immediately in time and thought of all my past relationships. And I was like, oh my goodness, I should have recognized that this ex-boyfriend was gifts and I thought he was acts of service. Or this ex-boyfriend was words of affirmation and I was too busy trying to bring him gifts all the time. And no wonder he didn't think it was like so amazing that I was doing that. So at the end of the book and also online, you can take a quiz to find out what your primary language is and your secondary language is. And please, please comment to me. Please tell me what your love language is. Please, if you read the book and you want to talk about your experience with this, I love to talk about this because I have seen people's lives change over this. So it's not hocus pocus. I'm not trying to be all, go read a self-help book, but if you want to get better at your relationships with those around you, read this book and all of a sudden you're going to be a rock star, especially in relationships and especially in marriages. If you're having a hard time right now, it could be that the two of you are missing the boat on each other, and it's something you have to work at every day. It isn't something that, if your love language is different than someone else's, it might not come easy, but it is worth the work. So this goes along with don't waste the pretty, don't waste time. Show your love to someone, allow them to be able to love you back in the way that you most feel incredible. And yeah, that's what I wanted to share with you today. I can't wait to hear from y'all. I love to talk about this topic. Just so you know, I'm physical touch. So if you see me out in the streets or out and about and you hug me, like, I'm so happy. So I appreciate that in advance. And I hope y'all have an awesome day. Real quick update. Sorry, this video is so long. I have some really good news for next Wednesday. And keep your fingers crossed and me in your prayers, please. And I'm sore as can be. Like this morning, I went to bend over to get a ponytail holder to put in my hair, and I could barely get back up. So kudos to my trainer. Anyway, y'all have a nice day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.